I don't remember his name.
Do you still have his lease?
There's no lease. Cash up front each month.
So you don't have a job application form? Social security number or anything?
Not for volunteer.
Something down here. What's this?
Come on, that's enough. Get out of here. Let's go. No, it's here. Anybody look in here yet?
And what about State versus Sloan? That's certain to come up during your confirmation hearings.
Well, I would have voted to overturn it. I can back it up with an argument if called upon to do so.
Very well. You're going to do all right. So, is that the last of them?
Pretty much, yes. Except for one case that I've been reviewing for a couple of weeks now that I don't know how I would respond.
What kind of case is it?
Murder. Indiana case involving a cop who claims he was framed, but doesn't know the name of the person who's framing him or why. And he came forward to the police as soon as he realized he was being set up.
Maine versus Edmonds, Greer. New York versus Greer. Texas versus Adams.
No, those aren't really the same. In each of those cases, the defendant knew the person who was setting them up and why. In this case, the cop doesn't know the real name of the person who's framing him. And, in fact, can't prove that the guy exists.
Well, premeditated framing cases are pretty rare because they take too damn much thought. How strong was the evidence?
Circumstantial, but strong.
Here you go. Florida versus Gaddis. IBM salesman charged with killing his mistress. The guy claimed his wife framed him to get back at the two of them.
Well, that's not the same either. The wife's motive was clear.
His wife was dead, drowned in a boating accident 6 months before the murder.
Let me guess. They never found a body.
Yep. The husband claimed she faked her death so that she could frame him later.
What happened?
The defense had no one to blame. They had no case. The guy had a clean record, but he got life.
Stacy, I want you to go down and pull every one of my cases where the defendant was found guilty.
Well, that could take days.
I want them tomorrow.
This book of poetry was found opened next to the body of Charles Mayron on the night of the murder. As Mr. Mayron's law clerk, you interacted with him on a daily basis, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Did you ever see this book before the night of the murder?
No.
Was Charles Mayron a man who was fond of reading poetry?
That I knew of.
Was Charles Mayron the kind of man who generally saw one woman on an exclusive basis? Was Charles Mayron involved in any other relationships that you were aware of?
I'd heard things.
In your opinion, do you think it's possible, even likely, that someone other than the defendant could have brought that book to Mr. Mayron's office on the night of his murder?
Yes, I'd say it's possible. Yes, I'd say it's possible.
Your Honor, no further questions.
Lieutenant, what a surprise.
Your Honor,
want to ask you a few questions.
Have a seat.
How well did you know Charles Mayron?
Pretty well, I suppose. Started my career with him in the prosecutor's office.
Were you aware of his relationship with Andrea Tobias?
Not until her arrest, no.
Were you aware of his relationships with any other women?
No.
You sure of that?
Charles Mayron was a chronic flirt, Lieutenant. There were rumors linking him with every woman in the Detroit legal community.
Including yourself.
Yes.
Were you having an affair with Charles Mayron at the time of his murder?
No.
You, sure of that?
Lieutenant.
One more question, Your Honor. What'd you major in college?
Poetic literature.
Huh.
So many to make time for. The inscription reads, Mr. Wetton, you've done a complete handwriting analysis on the inscription in this book.
That's correct.
And based on this analysis, what does the handwriting style indicate about the person who wrote it?
The looping motion indicates a confident, dominant person, most likely a woman. Someone who's in a position of power, like an executive or an administrator.
Objection. The witness is not a psychic. Your Honor. Objection.
Sorry. Objection sustained.
In your opinion, Mr. Wetton, is this handwriting at all similar to that of the defendant?
This is an enlarged copy of the inscription, and this is Miss Tobias's handwriting. In my opinion, there is no way that inscription could have been written by Miss Tobias. That inscription must have been written by another woman.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Court will recess until 8:30 Thursday morning.
Your Honor, this authorization form just came in to add Doug Wetton to our witness list. Has to be signed, of course.
Ms. Lewis, can I see you?
Sure, I'll be right with you.
Thanks.
Let me meet you outside.
Lieutenant Curtis, have you learned the identity of the second woman? Have you found the murder weapon?
We've redoubled our efforts to locate the murder weapon, and I'm confident that sooner or later we will find it. That's all for now.
Halfway through the murder trial of Andrea Tobias, there is a new development, and it is not here at the courthouse. Police today started looking for a second woman. A woman, police say, was in the office of prosecuting attorney Charles Mayron the night of his murder. How that woman or this investigation will affect the trial is not yet known. More details on the news at 11.
Turning to national news,